You like Trump? Good girl. You like Biden? Come on, man. We cheated. Alright, good evening. I got Mr. 406. I hope it's Chevrolet model. 406 Caveman came by here. Caveman Studios, North Carolina. He does videos on YouTube. I think it's Man Cave 406. I think. Uh, he does, maybe it's Man Cave Studios. But anyways, he does YouTube videos of him talking to people on the radio and Skip and all that stuff. But this is a little amplifier of his, and it came in pretty sick shape. It had a transistor going out in it, which was this one here. I replaced that with another one. It had quite a few issues that was making a fool of me when I went to work on it, because I pretty much fixed it there in front of him, but it presented a problem. This is the parts that I replaced in it. A little bit afterwards, some of them during, some of them afterwards, but for some reason somebody had put a 82 puff cap there, and I knew that wasn't right. And this is a cap right here. He knows it. He's seen it. He sat there and watched me go through the majority of it. I took the board out of it, looked at it and everything. Somebody had took this wire and shoved it down through there, and that was, I think, making contact with the board. This was in there, and you can tell this was cut and spliced and put in there. It is a 75 ohm 5 watt sandbar resistor, which this took the place of it. This is a 65 ohm. I didn't have the book calls for, I think, 78 ohm or something other, but I put a 65. It'll be fine. The feedbacks on it was 50 here, so I took them out and I put 47s flame proofs in there. And I had this resistor here in the input side of it to feed the wattage coming from the amp through there and give it a little bit of padding. Well, you could key it up and it would go. It was already oscillating when he brought it over here. He had some trouble with it, but it was the output transform was out of tune. It was, like I said, that wire there was already grounding out on the board. This cap here was devalued. It's supposed to be like 330, and it's all the way down to like 70. That cap, which is right here. So it had a few issues on it. Replaced the cap here. Which is going to give him, his delay back. That cap was devalued. It's pretty old amp, Killer B 250. But I would key it up and it would go into oscillation even though I fixed everything in it. I checked the input cap, the output cap, this cap here, this cap here. I know this, I didn't check that before I put it in there. That cap there, checked that one, and it kept oscillating. But I didn't have the I didn't have the input to the transformer because I didn't know what that was going to be. And so I had that desorted and raised up so I could check it on a voltmeter. And so I got talking to Gatekeeper a while back, and he said he had started putting 1.7 and 1.8 flame-proof resistors here, 1 watt, and I've went to 1.5 1 watt because 1.5 is about 1. It could be 1.5, 1.7, but anyways, uh, I put this wire on here. That was this little shit here, and I put Teflon wire there. 2 new 10 ohms, 2 new flybacks, 1 new transistor. This 1000 cap. Grounded this from here to here. Grounded this from here to here. Then blow them traces out. Got it back up and working. Cleaned the board out. Put a new cap here. But the thing about it, it was still oscillating. And I ain't never had this to happen as I've seen. I've had them to oscillate before, but I've fixed like 3 or 4 things at a time and then it quit. So I really didn't know what fixed it. And this one, I went one part at a time, hook it up, one part at a time, hook it up. And you got to make sure that you unhook the power from it when it oscillates, because it will melt down everything in it. And do not run a Texas Star without feedbacks. 39 to 47 ohm resistors, and they ain't got to be 5 watt. It's just flybacks. They ain't got to be 5 watters. They can be 2 watt. These are actually, they claim 3 watt, but I don't know. I got some, even littler. They're making parts littler now, making them more wattage, but I got some resistors from Fat Boy, and he swears up me down at the 3 watt 100 ohm resistors, but they even littler than these. They look like a 1 watt. So I don't know. You know, all the parts now is getting surface mount, getting real little. But this is all the stuff I changed in it. That was a 10 ohm that was blowed. That was the 331. I end up text Gatekeeper and I said, dude, I got one oscillating. What could be the problem? He said, it's probably an easy fix. Change the key-up circuit. Well, I got thinking. I said, well, hell, that a key-up circuit? I mean, it was keying and unkeying with this one. Well, lo and behold, I changed the key-up circuit. It was a 4403 in it. I changed the key-up circuit to what a Texas Star normally runs, a 2907A. And lo and behold, she's up back and working. So another point to the wisdom of Gatekeeper. I normally like to bounce stuff like that off people, and I don't mind if they bounce it off me. Ideas of what could be wrong to get it fixed in a hurry, instead of having to check and recheck. But like I said, I done already pulled the output cap out, checked it. This cap here was an 82. That was more than likely the problem with it to start with. I don't know why they done that, but I checked the 330s here. I changed this for the Bison. I put this in it new. It had, like I said, this in it. and this here was hitting the board, so it needed working on anyways. I don't know whether it was grounded out here and made that transistor go bad, or just the shiny ass work people been doing on it. This variable here don't work either, so don't even rely on that. And Texas Stars parts is getting kind of hard to get now. If you ain't refurbishing them, mining for them or whatever, they're just getting hard to get. But anyways, I put a new transistor in it, added a diode here, put new power wires on it. The wires it had on it was this stuff here. And if you put a fuse in it, I guess that's what this is here. Yeah. Put your fuse next to the battery and run I would run a 40 amp fuse. I know 30 ought to pull it easy, but I'd run a 40. But it's up and running. I'll show you. 1000-watt slug, because that's what we get used to. 1000-watt slug, 50-watt and reflect there, but that's all, this is all on antenna. This is reflect going back towards the radio. Alright, amp is on. Preamp works. But you can't hear nobody out there, but it's working. That's a pretty good quiet radio. Alright. Hold. Doing about 275. Reflect is looking really good. It's got an 82 puff cap there, which was in it when I got it. Hold. It's 100 puff on the output, which measures about 104 puff. Yeah, everything's, let's go back to the bias voltage on it to show that. I always like to know what the bias voltage is on a Texas Star, because they're kind of weird. Alright. Can you see the meter? Alright. Bias voltage, ground hooked up here. This going to the input transformer. Puts a little bit of bias in towards that. It should be half a volt or less. So it could be around 0.6. But I like it around about 0.3, 0.4. It'll be like 0.496 or something like that, or 0.396 or something like that. But that would be 1 volt plus 3 digits. So 390. I mean 0.399. So 0.4 0.4 volts. Hello, which is perfectly fine. Alright, without sideband, relay's working good. With sideband, delay on. So it's not this meter you're looking at. You listen for the relays to it have a, because sideband don't have a carrier, and yeah, it's to give it carry on, well, a delay so it don't sound choppy. But I put a upgrade wire from here to there. Of course, this is a 10 gauge ground. I just went through it. I've pulled it out of the board, like I said, cleaned it, and I think it's pretty clean as a pin. Now, when I cleaned it, you could tell cigarette smoke just rolled out of it. It was, it looked like damn, uh, mud puddle water. It was, pretty muddy. But she cleaned up. I cleaned the front of it up. She's clean. Run it through the sink and took the top off that and blow through it. But you got to watch how you blow through this. Blow easy because you can mess up those relays. Try to keep the air way away from it and don't put a lot on it, but dry it out. But like I've shown on videos, you can run one of these amps underwater. I don't know if y'all seen that video or not, but go back in my thing, and the only thing you really don't want water to get into is your relays. And the relays I was using in that amp was a closed, a sealed relay. But there you go, Mr. 406 Man Cave. Check him out there. I think it's Man Cave Studios, North Carolina, on YouTube. I think that's how I found him. Pretty cool dude. Pretty cool dude. But yep, it's fixed. Now this variable, like I said, it don't work. You can turn it down and it's gone. I mean, it works for about this much, and then that's it. I mean, it will turn it down just a smidget, but that variable's gone. But it does feed through it, so you don't have to go to AM. Just you can use power. You receive your delay back there, and your meat on the front. It'll dry out a little bit. It's got a little bit of water in it. Somebody can dry that out with the air a little bit more, but it ain't gonna hurt it. It works. Hello, 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 hello. Audio. It works. I don't know what else I could say about it. Everything's on it working right. Way better than when it came in here. That's all I got to say. Alright, I got a couple hours in on this plus a little cleaning. So, it did hit me for a little bit of a loop, but this, I don't know. I don't know why it done that. It was, even with this transistor, it was keying and unkeying, but it was oscillating. But I changed that transistor out and it quit oscillating. Go figure. But old Gatekeeper is the I would like to be as good as he is on some of these Texas Star stuff, but it ain't really that he's that good on it. He's just got a good memory about it. That's what you gotta do, is have a good memory about stuff and how you took it apart, how you put it together, and what problems you've seen out of it. My bad habit is not writing the problems that I had. I'm thinking about writing this one down for sure in my book on the 250 side, but then next time I see the problem, it'll be on the 350 side of my book. So I might just put it in both sides of it. Oscillating change key up circuit to start with. But like I said, I don't know exactly if that's exactly what it was, but I done it and it quit. So, and I did do one thing at a time on that one. I added another diode there. It's got two in there. That is a diode. I added another one there, so if you happen to hook it up backwards, it'll blow that diode. So if you hook this up backwards, do not hook it back up the right way. It'll blow these diodes. I can pull these diodes out, put new diodes in it, and you go on and run it, and hopefully it won't take out the rest of the amplifier. So keep that in mind. Alright, y'all have a good day. Later.